Did you ever hear about Hit Record? Did you ever listen to that?
Well,
I think it's called Hit Record. It's that dude. No. Oh, wait. I don't think it was a documentary. It was the guy, you know the kid that played in Angels in the Outfield?
The pitcher?
Oh, no.
Roger?
No.
Roger?
Yes.
Okay.
Danny Glover was the coach. And he played in, oh God, what's the guy's name?
PJ was his younger brother?
Yes.
Right,
the little black kid they lived in.
The
Yes.
foster lady.
That's right.
And then who
Gordon Edward. Oh, Gordon. What's his name? Gordon something. Danny Glover. The black guy from Lethal Weapon.
That guy's name was Danny Glover?
Danny Glover. That guy had dude, I was trying to search for the video the other day. But what it was an artist like platform. It never took off. It went through a phase and then went out. But what it was is like it was a site where you could go and collaborate online with other artists through this site.
Okay.
So they'd have
SoundCloud?
one. Well, they had I don't know what SoundCloud is, but dude, they had all kinds of different stuff. Like one of them was like they'd have one dude that was like an awesome artist. He could draw.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, okay. So not just music.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. So like he would draw and like send all these like really dope like drawings and stuff.
Okay.
But then they had somebody that was like an animation. And so they took his drawings and were like, we're gonna animate these and then we're gonna put it to somebody's music that's from over here. So it's like all these different and what's his name? That kid was like he's really cool.
Really? He put that together?
Remember he had the motor. He had the dad with the motorcycle, dude. That ended up playing Julia Roberts.
The whole wing.
The
actual wing of the movie.
Yeah.
Angels in the Outfield, dude.
Bro.
So many good movies from that.
Golly, The Sandlot, dude. Listen.
Dude,
okay, here's another thing.
Does Cable know?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, that's the thing.
You gotta know about.
Dude, it's everything, man. That's one of those things where, I'll repeat myself, I don't know what it is that is excited, or not even excited. I would say like I want you to experience having a wife and children.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's as simple as this. It's because it's like anything else. When you care about somebody and you're friends with them, and you know something, that you discover something and it's good, and you're like, this is good and right. And it's cool. This is like, it's just, you could break it down to as simple as like a restaurant, you know, like, dude, have you never been to freaking, you know, whatever?
But it is an experience in itself to where like you can only encourage so much, but it does need to line up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sensitive, at least in my mind I am, like, to how much you must hear that. I can't imagine, dude. You probably hear it every day.
But I've gotten, the more and more that I hear it, of course, that I like the idea of more. Just because I know people that are telling me in that way. You know, it's not like a judgment at the Thanksgiving dinner, like, hey, where's your girlfriend? It's like my boys, like you and Clint, that are kind of like, man, you know.
Yes.
It's an experience that if chosen properly.
Yeah.
You know, the other half of it, that it's something that is unlike anything other.
Dude.
You know, it's a category in its own. So,
but I'm so tough to, dude.
But
because as you get
older, it allows me to handle my stuff too right now, that's the main focus. So once I do that,
because there seems to be like a lot of the people that I look at, especially in the podcast world, in that community of people. Mm-hmm. That I guess maybe like are more into entertainment, not just entertainment, but being their own thing. Like they're not working for a company. Right. They're not company men. Yeah, you know, I mean, they build things. They're autonomous people, and a lot of those people are very like goal oriented, career oriented, and like I'm getting my career and my life in order, and then I'm going to find the right person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I see a lot of people like that.
And a lot of times it's great to have a plan.
But I don't know if what's better. Like the way Steph and I did it, it was just like a fluke kind of because
Right, yours is specific, mine's specific.
it's weird. But then you got
Everyone
Emily
else-
and Marshall.
Right.
That
And
it,
even Clint is a good example.
it
Life is tricky, and why would life skimp you on that category? Whenever everything else is so random too, why not your story be specific to your past?
Yeah,
You know what
sure.
I mean? So I don't really feel like
has Clint known his wife for
we
forever?
all worked at Rufino's, and
Okay.
so this was like quite a bit
I don't know his.
down the road
His
during
wife.
college.
Yeah, I didn't really know Clint
And,
that
like,
well,
you
man.
could've
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I heard it was cool.
Either way, like
Nothing
just with
but
his
things.
path as an example, you know, like he met his girl during college.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you
That's how it
told
happened.
him, nothing different that he would have ended up with this girl in high school, or you know,
Did she go to Denham?
no, I don't know where she went.
Okay.
But either way,
Yeah,
but yeah, the
But-
whole category as itself,
dude.
it's a bridge.
Not
That I
gonna
see
lie.
coming, and I'm
It's
I'm-
tough,
I'm
dude.
cool with it.
But it's weird. It's one of those things where it's like it's beautiful, dude. But it's tough, man.
Right.
It's like there's
beautiful.
Brutal. Where did you get that from? Did you hear that somewhere? It just came out.
It was a beautiful day, but it was a brutal
Yeah,
circumstance. I was
right.
like, I don't
It's
know.
beautiful, bro. That is.
It's
You make t-shirts, dog. T-shirts, bro. That's a t-shirt right there, dude.
no joke.
Because brutal. One part of me is like, dude, you have to experience this, man. It's
Right.
so. It's like one of the most amazing things you can experience. Like having a wife that you're committed to, and then having children.
Yeah.
And then there's another part of me that's like, don't do it, dude. Don't do it.
Right.
It's brutal like that.
But you tell the person, just you know, with our industry, what we do roofing, and you knew that telling me like it would be a great experience, it would have its
Yeah.
ups and downs. But I would have never told you that this is a good idea with roofing unless I knew that it was kind of something that you could handle. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Kinda
Yeah.
something
You know what?
that-
Sure. No, that's it. That's a
Success
perfect
in
analogy.
that.
No, but the analogy,
tough.
the analogy fits perfect.
Right.
It does, because I think you're 100% ready. There's nothing about you that is not ready to take on that kind of responsibility.
I really feel like, you know, that
You sound like you got a special person in your life
I
right
gotta
now.
go.
So
with-
that
I gotta
is.
go when she's.
It's so weird. I don't know. I don't. I don't Instagram a whole lot. Like I don't.
Right,
you know
right,
what I mean?
right.
I don't do
I
like.
pull it off the pedal.
And I guess what I'm saying, what I'm getting at more than anything is that I don't see what you're doing. Like I don't see what anybody's doing. So
Right.
I gotta like
Yeah.
actually talk to them
Well,
and have them tell me about it. So I'll have like Steph will be like, dude, what's up with Ben and this girl? And I'm like, what girl? He's like, don't you talk to Ben every day? I'm like, yeah, but like, well, we're not like chit chatting about like.
Yeah, it's just not something. I mean,
We
she's
do.
a great part of my life. but
Yeah, I'm sure, but it's weird how men compartmentalize.
True.
You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
going around saying, "Man, we got to go grab mimosas." There's
It's
just
so-
certain
yeah.
things that they look at, and there's certain things that we as
Yeah.
men look at.
Is that
Different.
true for all women? Though? They can't not for all women.
No,
You
it's
can't.
not- just
You can't.
to not stereotype
It's,
in
no,
general.
we're all just humans, dude. Everybody's
But
different.
There's just it's an unknown kind
There
of thing
is
that
the
there
thing-
is known.
Well, I think what it is, dude, is biology. Their clock is ticking. Their biological clock is ticking. And males, dude, can we can procreate children into our 70s.
Right, and then that's just one of many things that are just different about in their life. We will never have the worry or stress or anxiety of having to birth a kid.
Oh my god, dude.
Women, they just kind of
Bro,
realize
human in their
if
stomach.
I want that, then that's the rite of passage.
Yeah, it's like, oh, dude, you know what?
To get to that point,
That-
so it's like different stressors. Like whenever it was more primal, you
Yeah.
know what I mean, through ages, like. We had to have the stress of being hunted and hunting.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
that was just it's just different sections in there that have different problems that we'll never know about theirs, like their monthly kind of deals.
Right.
That's mandatory.
Yeah.
We just like say, I'm gonna take this one off.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Like we don't have that. I mean, what do you? Maybe I get in a bad mood just because.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like something's irritating.
Yeah.
You know? Theirs is pretty much like an attitude's coming. I don't know how I would be if I was a female and I
Dude,
had to be
that's
that
the thing,
monthly.
dude. It's like me
I'd
and
be
Steph were
heated
talking
bad
about
up.
it when we went down to New Orleans because we went to Orlando for Hallie's cheer thing, which was great, by the way, dude. I'm so glad we did that. I didn't want
Right.
to at first because I felt like it's not right. Like it was just with her just about to start her new job. You know what I mean? And then just coming off the holiday season for for us,
It's
it was
more of a trickier call.
do we need to be
right.
taking a trip right now, or do we need to be like focusing
Less.
on
Sometimes you need that other person to be like,
But
"We're
you
doing
know how they're like a string of holidays or something will come up, like Thanksgiving, and then you get through that, and then for me, Cable's birthday's in there, so there's that, and then
Okay.
Christmas is right after that, and then New Year's. It's like this year, like I've been feeling more and more over the last couple of years. Like by the time New Year's rolls around, I'm like, all right, enough.
Really?
Yes, I'm like enough with the birthday parties and the gatherings and the get-togethers and the
Right.
banks are closed and the world shuts down. You know what I mean? I noticed as I've gotten older, that's definitely been a thing. Like as New Year's, by the time New Year's gets here, I'm like I'm ready to be back in my routine.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm ready to be back working. I'm ready for the kids to be back in school. I'm ready to be, you know what I mean? Life,
Right.
back to life.
Yeah. It's good to get those annual checkups of like being grateful because Christmas. Man,
Oh, yeah,
you just
sure.
get that feeling inside of you. It's like it's
Well-
a gratefulness feeling. You know, it's good to do that annually, but it's good to hit that nice in yours mindsets that. To hit that straight away from like January to like July-ish. There's a couple of sub holidays, Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But it's a stretch to where you can kind of get after
Mhm.
stuff without having being travel,
Yeah.
getting the kids to cards. I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, man. Dude, it can be a whole the suburban life. It really it can be this whole weird thing. It can be tricky, but here's the thing: is this coming back full circle is what I was getting at with all this is that when you have children, when you have kids, you get a fresh perspective about all kinds of things
I
that
could imagine.
because you see the joy in their faces and you can
First experiences, first takes, you never know how their reaction's gonna be. Like
Dude,
snow, kid
yeah.
could love it, kid could hate it.
oh dude
But we had, I don't know if you did or not, but I've had moments like that. My
Yeah.
parents
they
gave
went
me
they
that
went
effort.
hard.
My
Yeah.
parents
Oh,
gave me that
dude,
effort,
that's
yeah.
awesome. See, but like Christmas, for instance, dude,
Right.
like, bruh, it's like magical again, dude. And like, if you're a kid out there and you're listening, plug your ears.
No.
Okay, but like I've been decking out the
Right.
it was the garage
right.
back then. I
Right.
just lucked up. I've lucked into it.
Right.
Carson, when she was really young, oddly enough, just when she could talk, I guess like 3, a year younger than Colin. She
Okay.
was like, I'm not cool with some bearded guy I don't know coming in the house. That freaks me out. So I was like, baby, so it was an issue. Like it was an issue. She was like, I don't want she's coming in our
I
house.
don't care what he has.
Think about that. Like
Right.
Cable would never think to have that thought
Really?
in a million years. No way.
He's just
No.
like, I'm down with the old dude stopping by.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah.
Just like most kids, I think probably more kids than not are just like, yeah, awesome Santa, it's magic.
Right.
The reindeer. Carson's like, nah, I don't know this dude. He's coming in my house. So I was like, baby, look, I'm gonna write Santa a letter, and I'm gonna ask Santa. We were living in Walker at the time. I was like, I'm gonna ask Santa to put the presents in the garage.
Ah.
But I could
Good
lock
thinking.
it to where I could set up out there for 3 days.
Mhm.
But you know what I mean? I could like take my time setting up because
Right.
I could close the garage, lock it from the inside, and we just go out the front door.
That's a lucked out stuff.
Well, it's awesome because I'm not having to stay up on Christmas Eve, dude, and they can't sleep because they're itching for Santa to come in the morning. And we've gotten a routine of doing. I have all that stuff posted on my on YouTube.
What?
The Christmases.
Oh, okay.
I think I have like the last 3 years.
Really?
But I'm having to up it every year, dude. Bro, I
created
can't
yourself a good
dude, go look at that. I'll show you the video, dude. It's ridiculous. It's insane. There's lights
But dude,
everywhere. It looked like Santa took a dump. Like the whole Christmas spirit took a big dump in the room. Dude, there's streamers hanging all over the place. 15 different kinds of lights, dude. I got music playing, candles go.
and
Like,
then they
dude,
go through here.
yeah.
Just like.
And dude,
lit
you
up.
should see Cable's face. Like when they walk in, it's like wonder, like magical wonder.
Okay.
I didn't have my mom did good, dude. She
Right.
did what she could.
Yeah.
But like a lot of times we would go to Thibodeau, dude. My dad would. I don't know what he was doing, but whatever.
It is what it is.
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. But we would go to her parents' house in Thibodeau
Okay.
and do Christmas there,
Okay.
at Christmas Eve.
Never in the garden home.
Yeah, we did sometimes,
Okay.
but
That was older, I guess. When did you start living there? Life.
when did I stop living at my mom's?
Start.
In that house, I was 5.
Okay.
But they lived in the booth, like they lived down 16.
4 or 5.
By, you know where Hill on Hood is?
Middlehood.
Hill on Hood, the road. Going down 16, like if you pass 7th Ward in Jubin Road.
Oh, okay.
You keep going down there, and they live down there on the left. Like
Okay.
back by, I don't know if you've ever been to Jesse Casey's.
Yeah.
Yeah, back there.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
where they live.
Okay.
On a big piece of property, man. That was my earliest memory. I was like probably 3.
Okay.
And do you remember your earliest memory, where you can kind of
First
picture it in
grade
your
of
mind's eye?
kindergarten, I would say. I kind of remember a little bit before kindergarten because you had preschool and things like that.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
dunking, like, you remember those cookies that were rings?
Oh yes.
Bro, you put that in there.
Oh,
you
what?
dunk it in Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Just money.
Oh, and hang on a second.
That's
Oh, you
crazy
lost
about
me.
it.
You lost me.
No.
Kool-Aid?
It's what you had. The concept of cookies and milk, but you had Kool-Aid. But ironically,
bruh.
it tasted good.
That is crazy, man. You know what Tasman and them used to do, right? Syrup on eggs. Dude,
Really?
yes, man. And I got down with it at the time. I was like, hey, man.
Scrambled or something?
Yeah, scrambled. Yep.
A
Syrup.
lot. Like was
Oh,
it
yeah.
soup.
Mm-mm.
It was like a spaghetti.
Not that hard. Yeah, it was kind of.
Rice
It was
and
kind of
gravy.
mixed in. Yeah. Not even.
Still.
Yeah. But dude, freaking. Well, hang on a second. You're talking about rent cookies in Kool-Aid.
But you had.
I gotta try.
Don't knock it.
I won't.
Yeah.
I won't. But my earliest memory, I think I was 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But it's just one still shot in my head,
Oh.
and I had a little fake gun. It was like a rifle. Yeah, it was like a rifle that had. I think I thought it was Davy Crockett or something, but there was it had a strap on it, and I had it over my shoulder. And for some reason, I had a Ghostbusters outfit when I was little. I was born in 1985.
86.
You're 86. So Ghostbusters came out, I think, in 85 or 86.
Okay.
My dad loved, like, he was big into comedy.
Okay.
Like, he loved Dan Aykroyd, freaking
Right. Old school guys.
Bill Murray. Dude, he loved Bill Murray.
Okay.
So he would put me on to all that stuff.
Right.
So I thought I was a Ghostbuster for, like, my
Right.
entire childhood.
Definitely so.
Yeah, exactly. dude.
Ghostbusters was lit.
What, doing across the street,
Ninja
doing all of
Turtles.
it. Yeah, but yes.
I mean,
So, anyways, I had a Ghostbuster. It was like a onesie. You know how they had those onesies?
yeah,
It was like
right,
a zip
right,
up, the
right,
brown one. You know,
right.
I had one of those, dude, and I had that gun over my shoulder, and we had a barn out back, and I was walking to that barn. I don't remember living in the house. I don't remember. I have like still shots, just kind of what things look like, but I don't know what was real and what was. You know,
Right.
I've been back there, but most of it's all overgrown and stuff now, so it's just so much different than it was.
I will say now that
I
you
think
bring
I
up
was
something
3.
like that, I remember for one of my birthday parties, we were a humble family.
Yeah.
You know,
Were y'all in the Willows?
No, this was off Capitol Heights, and Baton Rouge.
Okay, so you grew up in how old were you when you moved to Denver? Because y'all must have lived on this side of town. You went to
Fourth
Louis
grade,
Vincent.
yeah, we lived in these townhomes on the south side, Lakeland Apartments, their townhomes.
Okay.
Right there behind Animal Crackers.
Yeah.
We lived on the one to the side of it behind this other spot. But
I think I know exactly.
it
what you're
was,
talking about.
but before that, I remember one of my first birthdays, my mom and dad, they filled up just ice chests full of water balloons. And the activity, like the main one,
Yeah.
was throwing them at the wall.
Yeah. Wow.
Everybody
Maybe
just-
that's perfect though. That's perfect. Yeah, just crush them.
Like,
Yeah. And
but I
so
remember that, but I'm not quite sure.
it's just so funny, man, how when you have kids, like, there's so many things, dude, from your childhood that, like, you would probably never think of again
Right.
until you have kids and they're in a situation.
Wow.
Like, sometimes I'll be playing with the
I
kids,
never
like,
thought
wrestling around on the ground with them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, my dad did this same exact
No
thing
way.
with me. Yes,
Wow.
dude. It is very, very strange, dude. It's like a phenomenon
I
almost.
was about to
dude.
say, it almost feels like in that phase of life, you would want those memory flashes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it comes with
It's
kids.
joy. It's
It
joy.
comes with that
Almost
phase.
always joyful, dude.
Yeah.
Like
those
I don't.
are the gifts that you get in that phase. It's like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
bad.
And then there's also things that like I'm able to do that like my dad and mom, just for whatever reason. I mean, I'm not my mom, not their mom. But like that my dad wasn't able to do with me or didn't do with me for whatever reason, and I'm able to do with mine. And I love
Right.
that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so in my mind, that's my way of giving a better life to my kids.
Right.
Not so much like
Yeah.
financially.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even but because I don't.
Presence is.
Oh, dude, your time, man. Your time and attention, dude. That's what they want. That's what they need. Like, dude.
And
the
I
money-
guess that's why I do what I'm doing right now. Is it's a philosophy to take care of the things that I need to take care of first.
Yeah.
Because I know how time is so valuable, and if I'm
Dude.
just handling up like I am on the things that I'm doing, I don't have time.
Yeah.
You know? And you need to make
Yeah.
time, but that just means I need to get on my horse with my profession. You know?
Yeah,
You gotta
sure,
get
sure.
That's what the 4-month challenges.
Yeah.
4
Dude,
months.
and I'm with you, bro.
Reached and ripped.
I'm with you, dude. I'm with you, man. I mean, hard in the paint, dude. I started today, and I'm just
Day one.
yeah.
What's
Dude,
going
it's
to be a
great.
focus of yours do you have a plan as far as your workout and your, like the type of workouts that you're going to do? You're going to try to do more cardio in the next like 2 months? Are you going to try to really kind of bulk up before the 2 months and then shred?
Well, a lot of my training has been geared towards that.
Right.
I'm down in weight, you know.
Which is good.
It's good. Yeah.
You kind of already got the rusted ball rolling.
What I've been doing is like low weight, high repetitions. A lot of
That's what
cardio
I've kind
stuff.
of been doing.
Really?
Somewhat more
Yeah.
than I used to. I used to just kind of pick up. I'm not
The
gonna
heaviest
say
weight.
it's. I'm not gonna say it's heavy, but it's
But
the
the heaviest you
I
can
do.
pick up, yeah.
Um,
And just low reps, high
try
weight.
to as well. I mean,
Just
that's
tear 'em down.
What's been in my head?
Yeah.
I never really thought to like pick up the light ones and just go all day. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I
But
don't
but
know.
I tell
Maybe
you,
like running, I would do.
yeah.
You know.
As I've gotten older, I've definitely been thinking more as far as fitness and exercise. I've been thinking more in terms of cardiovascular health and
Right.
longevity, as opposed to like getting jacked.
Aesthetics.
You know what? Aesthetics, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's,
But I always.
Look,
want aesthetics.
I know, man. But here's the thing: is if you're doing the right things, you're gonna look.
You're gonna get buffed.
You're gonna look good. You are.
But you can kind of.
You can tweak it.
Manipulate.
You can tweak it for sure.
A lot
You
more
know.
bro sessions than general health exercise and
Yep.
cardio.
And then it's just about what your goal is. You know what I mean? That's why you couldn't tell anybody what to. I couldn't. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell anybody how to exercise because I don't know what your. I mean, maybe if you said what your goals were.
Yeah, I mean, I could give you a broad idea of what you should probably do, but dude, I've found that like not one method even works just for me. It's not like, all right, if I need to get big, I need to do this, and this ABC. Sometimes I won't even. what once got me big or once got me shredded, I do something completely different, not meaning to, and I'm just the same.
Yeah.
The body is just, you control what you put into it. I think the best option is to put in your body is if you can't grow it or you can't kill it, don't eat it.
Yeah.
You know? And
Yeah.
then, like
Huh.
do meal replacements with like supplements, drinks, and things like that.
Yeah, protein, like protein powder. I get all my supplements from Melaleuca.
It's so hard to do it.
Yeah, I know, man. I've been pretty consistent with it with my morning routine because I have to get the kids to school for 8.
Yeah.
So just dropping them off at 8 and then going straight to the gym. I get up, I'll eat breakfast, I'll get my workout clothes on, I'll have my coffee, and then I wake the kids up. So by the time I wake the kids up, I'm up, dressed, I've ate breakfast, and I've had my caffeine.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
I
then
mean,
I'll
I
wake.
get after it in the morning with work, but just a workout in that.
Well, I'm up and moving.
8
Like
to
by that
12
time. Yeah, by
period,
9. By the
I
time
can't work
9
out.
o'clock rolls around, like I've been up. I've gotten 3 little humans up. Got them dressed. And I'm not making it out like I'm doing all of this. Like
No,
Steph
but they
does-
are tasks. I mean,
Yeah.
they do take time.
And a lot, and sometimes like if I like tonight, for instance, it's this time change kind of messes up, but it's 12:45, so I need to sleep. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I'll probably
Right.
sleep in the morning, and Steph will bring the kids to me.
Yeah, and you did well today.
Yeah, man. I really, dude, I've just been blessed, man.
Right.
Both of us, dude. I mean, dude, stopping to be grateful. God, gratitude, man. Isn't that one of the most underrated, like, emotions or like
Yes.
attitudes almost? I would say emotion, like, because what do you think about that? Can you choose to be grateful?
Well, I think you can't be, and it was told to me by somebody, but you can't be ungrateful and grateful at the same time. And so if you really do, that's the question that you ask yourself majority of the time whenever you are.
Yes, like
complaining
there's
about
no in
traffic,
between. You're either grateful or you're
you're
ungrateful.
ungrateful. Somehow, some way, I usually can make that work.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm
You can
looking
choose
at
to
a
be
problem.
grateful.
Yeah, usually that question usually solves it for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm grateful that, like I said, and I don't get the example that made it a reoccurring thought for me is a guy was in traffic and he was complaining about, maybe someone cut him off or he's just in traffic in general. He tries to think of scenarios of if you were traded places with someone that's in a hospital bed at that point in time.
Yeah.
And it's all about perspective that you would now look at that and say, if you were in that hospital bed, you'd be like, I'd give anything to just be stuck in traffic on Edison Lane or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all about
Perspective.
You're right. So
Is
like
it,
you can be
right?
ungrateful that it is unfortunate. Someone
Yeah.
maybe isn't on their highest attention span driving and they cut you off. Like that isn't like bad, tough break or whatever. But perspective will really make you be like, hey.
Yeah.
And plus also living presently, you realize that 20 seconds will pass 20 seconds.
Yeah.
If you're anxious about on your way and then you're like, oh man, I just remember the whole entire drive here being bad.
Yeah.
More because you look back at it as that. You just need to take it 20 seconds as if it would be the example of road rage. Be like, it's gonna pass.
Huh.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The
But-
next, I don't know.
Well, no,
Sometimes
that
I
falls,
at least
dude.
do it,
That falls in line so much with how, like, I think we tend to think about our situations and circumstances. Like, isn't there this natural inclination to think that, or to have this underlying feeling like it's always going to be this way?
In what way?
Just a lot of different ways, man. Like if you're in a rut or if you're stuck in,
Right.
you know what I mean? No
Your
matter what
brain.
it is, whether it's you're wanting to go to church, let's say that for an example.
Like
and
you
start
need
slacking.
houses, but you just don't have them immediately. But like you're like, is it always gonna be like this? But it's just because you're in that.
That's right, yeah. Or there's all kinds of different phases of life that life that you go through, you know,
Right.
with
You could
especially
always-
raising children, being in a marriage, building a career.
Right.
You know, there's peaks and valleys, man, to all that kind of stuff. And
Right.
I mean, dude, your dad passed away, man. I mean, bro,
Right.
I think that's a huge marker in a man's life.
Again,
Depending
I'm
on
starting to-
depending
I
on
feel
your
like I'm-
relationship with your father.
Right, like, and that's what I probably said this
Some people
100 times at his funeral, is that I'm just grateful that I had a great dad.
dude,
Not a lot of people can even say that,
Bro.
and so it goes back to being ungrateful or grateful.
you had
So
it,
I'm
man.
grateful that my dad passed, but I'm grateful that I went before. I mean, he went before me. I don't want to go.
Yeah,
a child
yeah,
shouldn't
for
go
him,
before their
for
parent,
him, brother.
right?
Yeah,
You got to take that on the chin sometime. Then you compare. Some people lose their parent even more tragically, or they see it, the way that I did, which isn't really, cool. But,
Yeah.
And at younger ages, 15,
Yeah.
14,
God.
33.
I know.
I
You
can
deal-
take it a little
yeah.
bit more on the chin than
Sure.
maybe I would have at 15.
Man.
But things change, and then you just perspective changes on family.
Yeah.
You
Did
make-
it change your perspective on your family? Like,
we had a good family already.
yeah, y'all were solid.
We were-
You and your mom were
Yeah.
tight, Nicole, and
Yeah.
your aunt. Do you talk to Nicole like regularly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll call, text.
Yeah,
it's always
That's
something.
awesome, dude. God, man.
And my mom too, but it just changes, and you adapt, and
The older I get, man,
it's just, I don't know, life's weird, and then you just, like Viktor Frankl, Man's Meaning of Life, I think that's the title of the book. It's just how you bear your cross. In life, you have all these ticks, you have all these obstacles, or, it's just how you gracefully go through each obstacle. Did you, kind of get drugged through, whine and complain, or did you kind of be like, okay, life is a crazy design. All the joy that I feel, there are opposites to each thing, joy, sadness,
Yes.
difficulty, ease.
yeah,
You can't take one without the other. But death, it was the first one that I'd ever really encountered.
that was
Like
the
that meant
closest.
something?
Yeah, that
You
was
know?
me. Yeah, me too. That was
never
probably.
really, and you're grateful for that. You don't really have a lot of people going.
Yeah, golly, really, jeez, man. Yes.
So not.
Shit, bro. Amen. But dude, blessings, dude. Like it's just, man, I'm so happy to hear you talk like that, man. I don't know, man. There was just such a long
But you went
period
through
of
it.
time. Yeah.
And I had you. I had the Randy.
Yeah. God,
That was clutch. That was clutch. You two were like, in my family.
I was so happy I was able to be at the wake, man. That was
It was cool to see who was there.
yeah. Did it
Yeah, a couple people shocked me.
It didn't, for me, like, I never thought about who wasn't there. You know what I mean? Who
No, but
who
when
didn't
they
show
walked through
up.
the door, you're like,
Man, I remember
right,
Steve.
cool.
Steve came, and I hadn't talked to Steve in a long time at that point. You know,
Right.
and Steve sent me a letter when I was at Cinecord.
really?
Yeah.
Steve's like that.
Bro,
Steve's just
some
that dude.
people are good about staying in touch and reaching out. Huffman's like that, man.
Huffman's good too.
Scott is really good at like that. And look, bro,
Comes from a
you
good
can say a
place.
lot, but
He's lived a
he's
good-
crazy.
I know, but
I'm
got such a
gonna
great
tell you
story.
something, bro. I
story is
love
great.
that dude. I love Scott, bro.
Right.
I love him, man. He's crazy, dude. And I've just known him for so long. He's out of his mind. I love him.
The Jag days.
Yeah, he's like.
But to where he is now.
I know, man, and he's so driven, dude. He's like taking all that crazy energy. I'm thinking about when he's in ninth grade, peeing in the corner of a classroom,
He
just
just
like
had the
going
channel.
everything in between,
Yeah.
and doing time, man, like real time, and then
Real
I
time.
mean, bro, I'm not talking about a
Real
couple of
time.
overnighters, man. I'm talking about years, dude.
Sleepovers.
What 3 hots on a cot, bro, on repeat, dude, for multiple years, dude. That's nothing. That's some stuff that look, man, Cinecord was like that for me. Like there's something about going away, that it's like, all right, if it's in
Get your
this,
stuff together.
well, in this weird sick way is like almost like a rite of passage. That's the closest thing I know to like
You
a
have to
rite
go
of
through that
passage.
to move on.
Almost.
Yeah.
For me, everybody's so different. I just had this bent.
That's more. I'm sure the success rate is much more. It's much higher.
Yeah.
Going through that path rather than thinking you can do everything on your own, and that's a lesson learned that a lot of things in life you're not going to be able to accomplish alone. There are things that you do alone, and it just that's the way that it is. In fact, it wouldn't work with another.
Yeah.
With not even one other person. Some things you do have to dissect things yourself, but. Just like that, you do need help.
Yeah.
You need a hand.
Yeah. And dude, like, and so reconnecting with people from the past has been like a really interesting part of my life over the last probably 3 years. Because even up until 3 years ago, man, like I didn't talk to anybody from my past. Nobody, dude. Like,
yeah, you pretty much.
I ghosted. That's just kind of what I had to do for myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people did it differently. You know, Scott, I think, kind of came out staying in touch with, just reaching out. And for myself, I didn't. When I got done with the Centercore and O'Brien House thing and got out and Steph and I got married and I got saved during that time. Like part of my journey was becoming a Christian, and then I was convicted at that point about living together without being married. That's why Steph and I got married. That's what happened.
Because you wanted to.
I couldn't live with her anymore without being convicted. Like my heart was convicted. Like it would bother me. I couldn't rest. Like I was like, this isn't right.
Huh. To that degree.
Yeah. I got saved, to that degree. Yeah, I was like, we have to get married.
If I'm gonna live this, if I'm gonna walk this path, I'm gonna live this life.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, one goes without the other. Why do it? Yeah.
It was that big of a. It's
You had
funny.
made that decision at that point in time, and you wanted a housekeep, and that was one of the main things that really is a reflection of how you feel about your faith at that time too.
Absolutely.
It's a good reflection of just how you felt and dedication. Steps like that are hard usually, but they're necessary.
Yeah.
Right.
It's strange how my journey in life has been like almost like it feels like it's out of necessity.
Right.
Most of the things played out the way they did because it was the only way that they could have played out. No, well, I say that's not true though, because there's choice in there. You've got free will, dude. You can choose. You could have chosen to go way.
You were not. Yeah, I was
dude,
about to say we could have made better choices.
Dude, we could have made worse choices too. Think about the dark places that we could very easily be in, but we're not. But for the grace of God. Like seriously, man.
That'll make you believe that God's real alone.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Of what life. Yeah.
And so, man, look, I could go down that rabbit hole for a long way, dude. But I do want to talk. I do want to talk more about that in the future because that's such a big part of my life that I don't talk to you a lot about.
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff like that. Oddly enough, right?
Right.
Like Steph, for instance, says, "Hey, what's up with this chick Ben? The sound looks like it's getting serious." And I'm like, "What chick?"
Yeah, you don't really
We compartmentalize as men. We were talking about.
And you say more broad strokes whenever it comes down to how a girl maybe would describe a date to her girlfriend. It's gonna be completely different. It's gonna be the same script, but it's gonna be explained a lot differently. I'm telling you, we went to Bob's. The steak and mac and cheese was great. She may say other things like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah, feelings and how he was acting and how you were acting.
You just don't really.
Yeah,
but it's cool. I mean, whenever we do have good times, we went horseback riding.
No, yeah, you told. That's the thing. It's especially now that I don't know, whatever. I brought it up to you. You telling me more things about that has been cool.
Right.
and
It'll soon develop. It's a developing story.
yeah,
In a good way.
And man,
I'm
it sounds like a great thing, dude. And I'm really happy for you, man, about that. I don't know, none of us knows what the future holds,
Right.
Only if we had a crystal ball. But I know.
Fun with that.
Yeah, but for me, my walk was that was big part of it.
Right.
Is getting saved and like really finding a home at that church.
Right.
At Live Oak, man.
It's a good spot.
Man,
I like it. We
dude.
went to grief council there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, okay. Did you talk to Brother Sam or big guy? Do you remember?
He's a nurse practitioner, or he works at the hospital.
Stephen Aber, blonde hair guy, really soft spoken. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him. That's
He's
gotcha.
cool. Yeah, he is. We actually hired at the PPR thing. That was part of the deal, just the hiring and that stuff. So we,
He was cool. He was really helpful. He the group in there too was a big part of it.
yeah.
They were cool. But
Yeah.
it was crazy.
It's cool to have a
Dude.
place to turn. I'll say this, dude. The church, that
That's
church has been a place like home, man. Like it's a place to turn. It's all kinds of things, man. It's all sorts of things, but it's. I feel like that church is special, man. In that, like, it's feels like home. There's a place to turn when things go bad, when you're having trouble. Me and Emily went, twice to sit down with Brother Mark, just because my dad was really sick at the end and my mom was having a really hard time with it and she was trying to take care of my dad. It was just all this stuff, and me and Emily would talk a lot, and she was having a tough time, so was I, and I was like, we need to go talk to Brother Mark. And we did, and dude, he doesn't charge anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's a licensed family counselor. Like, he deals with that all the time, and like, it's just a place to turn, man, and then a place to celebrate also, dude. Like,
Right.
it's just been a
It
beautiful
felt
thing.
good to go there for, was it Christmas?
Yes.
We saw y'all.
Yeah.
It felt good to go. And
It's-
usually,
right.
and that's what my mom loves the most.
Yeah.
is every Christmas, the candlelight thing.
Really?
That's her thing.
Dude.
And
But-
it felt good to go.
Bro,
It's
as
great.
our family has grown, and we can kind of lean out on this, man, because it's getting late. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. But on any given Sunday, we'll show up, and me and Steph and the kids we sit in the same spot. We kind of have our pews.
Is it the same spot at Christmas?
Yes,
Okay.
right up in the front. It's
Yeah.
like if you walk in from the back, it's to the right side,
Yeah.
not all the way to the right, but
Right.
that right to the
center.
center. Yeah, like 3 rows back, 3 and 4 rows back, and it's like me, Steph, and the kids, Emily and Marshall, or in and out, depending on what Hallie and Hudson have going on.
Right.
They have a lot of extracurriculars, and then like my mom, Miss Carlin, and Mr. Doug go. Miss Terry will go a lot of the time, and then Steph's Kelly goes there.
Okay. Okay, so everybody's in the
Dude, it's like it's you could go and see everybody in your face. Like it's a beautiful thing in that way. It's like it's on Sunday. Like, you're gonna see, if you go to the church and go,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like, you're gonna see somebody's gonna be there.
Right.
It's a really cool thing, and with my dad passing and having children, and it's just made me definitely realize the value, or not the value, the importance of family, and and like having my own family and
Right.
growing a family, dude, and then leaning on our other parts of our. I mean, dude, if it wasn't for our parents, man, I don't know how if we would make it. Honestly, dude, with 3 kids and Steph going back to school and me, it's
It really is. It's a clan, well, not clan, but it's like a pack squad.
Yeah.
Like, you have to. Sometimes you need to step up.
Yeah.
In the pack.
Yeah, golly,
and
I
you
know.
lean on others.
Yeah.
On the pack at times as well.
Sure, dude. Look, man, I was very impressed with how you conducted yourself at your dad's wake, man. That's a big deal. Honestly, man, it's no small thing. It's a tough thing for. I remember when my dad died, Mr. Mike. I forget. He didn't say it to me. He told somebody, and somebody told me. But he said, "Wow, that's so young for a man to lose his dad." Because his dad was older when he passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Mike. You know what I mean? Mr. Mike was older. He was. He was in his late 40s, I think, or maybe early 50s. Yeah, his dad lived to be old. Mr. Lionel, saw Mr. Mike live his life and really have some success, and you know what I mean? It's great. And that's a lot of people's story. Some people have a way worse story than even ours.
Sure.
But from his perspective, and like losing your father is, I think, a pivotal point, depending on your relationship.
Right. No, I think you're right. It was, and it is.
Mm-hmm. And it just makes you reevaluate some things, man. I think that might have something to do. Look, I don't want to play freaking armchair psychologist over here, but like maybe that has something to do with like this thing with Randy.
What you mean?
Just in terms of like being like, look, I found this person, and she's a beautiful person, and
more
like,
open to, and
like
she's good kind of on her own.
Yeah,
but it helps.
Well, I'm not.
Right.
Not to say that if your dad was alive and well, things wouldn't still be going the same. But in light of what's actually going on, just like it's going on, she's close. Yeah, and then you start to reevaluate those kind of things, and then just thinking about your mortality and the rest of your life and how that's going to play out and those sorts of things. And so
it's so crazy. Like there's a point probably whenever, like, I guess things were going, some of my peaks that I've had with Shield Group.
Yeah.
You think you got everything figured out.
Yeah.
It's like at those little windows I remember, I'm like, hey, I got this pretty much.
Yeah, boxes checked. Like I got it. Check, crushing the game.
Yeah, like packing it up.
Yeah.
But then life just
has a way of knocking you down, huh? Like, all right,
hey, check
tough
this
guy.
Out. Check this out.
Yeah. Check it out.
A little bit. And,
well, dude, I'll say this, man. I've reconnected with some people from my past since, I had. I mean, man, look, things got really dark for me. There for a while.
Yeah, you went to the little.
I went to the dark side, bro. And
the dark part.
Yeah, I got up in the dark parts and I hung out there for a minute, bro. And my life could have went in a lot of different directions. And for the grace of God and Steph and my whole family,
makes though. But think about it. You have one life. You do not have a bland story.
No, I got a lot.
You got spice, you got sugar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot in there.
You may call it dark.
Yeah.
It's got such a negative context to it, but you like Huffman is a good example.
Yeah. It's like something about a redemption story, that
and
people like.
And why just walk the straight and narrow the entire way? Maybe don't get too far out of the lines, which we've hit.
Yeah.
In our own ways.
Well, I think. And
we stayed near the path.
Yeah, well, I know this is Jordan Peterson's thoughts and ideas, but it's more along the lines of like, there's no virtue in a harmless person. It's almost like because you're harmless, like a bunny rabbit, and you can't inflict any pain on anything or anybody. You're weak. You're not capable of the real like, I don't want to say actualized person, but like a big step of becoming like I think, I don't know, an adult is like, and especially as a man, is like understanding like that you're capable of like total destruction of yourself and everybody else around you, and you
can do the opposite side of the spectrum too. You're capable of a lot more things than you think you are.
Dark, like even darkness, like being like on the dark side of things, and then choosing otherwise, like Huffman. Like, dude, Huffman's got the capability to do some dark dark things that most people don't even, they're not even capable of doing that. They couldn't do those sorts of things if they wanted to.
Right.
You know, but Huffman includes myself and even you, dude, and just in different ways probably, but that you are dangerous and that in fact you are a monster in some ways. And that's a strong terminology, and that's what Jordan Peterson,
if need be.
Yes, but then harnessing that and actively restraining it is that's the virtue.
Right.
You know, it's not in being harmless.
Right.
It's being very dangerous and choosing to keep that. But I'll end with this, or we can end with this. But I've reconnected with a lot of people, man. Gomez and Huffman and Haino and I've made new friends throughout my life, dude. And I guess the first time I remember talking to you was when you came. How did we end up running into each other? Remember we had that like hour-long conversation standing in my living room when the house was under construction. I don't know if it was about the roof. It must have been about the roof, huh?
I don't know. I guess it was. I think maybe you had like a leak by the chimney or something, or like I went into the attic for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Anyways, and then
that was.
You know, like at that point, dude, I didn't even know you.
Yeah.
Think about it, dude.
Right.
You and I haven't talked since we were like
high school. Well, no, college, because it was that first year at Southeast.
But I was so out of my mind. You know what I mean, dude? We probably both were, dude. Out of our minds.
It's very blurry, too.
Dude, but it's weird because, like, when you have childhood friends, like friends that you know when you were a child, like a kid, it's like you'll know those people in a way that you'll never know anybody else that you meet.
True.
You know what I mean?
Doesn't mean it's a lesser, greater, or good or bad. It's like, but it's just a way.
It's like I feel like
I know that dude from a little bit.
It's like I feel like I know you.
Right.
I know you. I know where you come from.
Yeah.
I know who you are.
Yeah.
It's like even like Tasman or Jared or it's all these people that like were a big part of my life at one point in time that for whatever reason, life circumstances or whatever, I just don't talk to anymore.
Right. Yeah.
I just don't know them. I don't. Right. It's not I don't know who they are. I don't know what kind of person they've become. Right. But I'll say this, and especially since we started working together, which you did a lot for me, man, when I was going through a tough time. And
you handled up.
You invested a lot of time and energy in me. And along the way, I noticed certain things about your, like the way you conducted yourself just as a person. Just like doing the right thing when like nobody else was gonna know about it ever.
Different.
You know what I mean? And I would see you do this like regularly, and I was impressed by that. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's important to say that, man. Like I need to tell you that. Like I value our friendship, and like I say I'm proud of you because that sounds like a big brother thing. Just happy, yeah, dude. I'm like happy that you have become the person.
Considering going back to that point, I knew you in high school and you knew me in high school.
Yeah.
Whatever along the journey.
Oh,
and you would rather the people that you did come up with that you were good friends with. It's like, are you good now? And it's like, oh shit, because everything was a question mark because you can't tell the future.
Golly, right? It's so weird. Like in hindsight,
see the good ones kind of handle up. It's like, okay, you get the game.
Yeah.
You get the game. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is like that, right? Like you getting the game.
You kind of look and see it like probably through the first 3 or 4 questions if you haven't seen someone in a while. You can probably tell by the first answers of the 3 or 4 questions. You're like,
it's funny how you pick
not quite got it, or more than me.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of that, right? Like, whoa.
Yeah.
There are 30-year-old doctors out there.
Right. Which is like,
you know, hey, bro.
bro.
The big thing, I think, is that I am, and thankfully, I don't know why, but I'm genuinely like, I love to see people doing well that I know from my past.
Sure.
That makes me super happy,
It
bro.
encourages me too.
Me too, dude. Like, but
Not
like,
just for a selfish reason, you know.
yeah, like I'm
I'm
happy
like-
for them.
Right.
Like I'm happy for you, dude. I'm happy for, you know what I
I'm
mean?
glad, dude. The position that you're grateful for could have been just another failure in a lot of people's lives. Taking the same position.
Yeah,
That could have
vocational.
been,
You're
hey,
talking about the work.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you being successful in this is you think that just the opportunity. It's like yours for the picking off of a tree to get the fruit.
Yeah,
It's a lot of people that you gotta first take the chance and be a riskier person, and then you also
Yeah.
have to actually have a unique skill set to actually be consistently successful in the long run. You can get hot and maybe at the beginning be like, yeah, my sister, my mom, my aunt, they all need roofs, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Then you run out of family and it's
Yeah.
like, all right, I gotta go fish,
right.
you know, and turn a knock into a G.
Man.
Well,
And look, dude, it's you know, this is the life we've chosen, man, and I love it, dude.
it's a lily pad for the next thing that we'll accomplish,
Mhm.
but it's a money grab and.
Yeah, dude. And
But
look,
but as long as I believe, like sticking back to virtues and principles, you should live a life of service. And
Yes.
just because you know it is a money stop for us, it is beneficial.
God,
It's
man.
also an opportunity to show service
Do
and
good
live
in
your
the
life.
world.
Yeah, and pass it on, and we have every opportunity to do that.
Golly, man, that's one of the greatest things about what we do, isn't it? I was telling that to Mr. James today, man. Maddox over in
Okay.
Shenandoah, yeah.
Right.
He's an older man, you know, and you know we had mentioned Head Inquest, and I told him, you know, that I'd been there.
People
for a
like
while.
that job. Whenever people find out you have that on your resume, they're like,
Yes,
okay.
yeah,
So-
yeah, and it's an interesting thing, and you know, just to be able to know why I'm doing what I'm doing and enjoy it, and it allows me to provide a living for my family and do good in the world,
Right.
and I also like it. How crazy is that? Like, I like what I do. I enjoy it. It's fun. I'm
Not too many people these days. A lot of people have crappy jobs.
Man.
And ours isn't the easiest. Let's be real. I mean,
No, it's very hard, but think about sitting in an office, dude, from 7 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock
did
in
it.
the afternoon every day.
and
It's
you know,
I mean, look, everybody's
so
different, dude. And when it
anxious.
comes down to it, you do what you got to do, man, and provide.
But
what you do, man.
but yeah, absolutely.
as a man,
But still,
you
the
do what you
alarm
gotta
clock in the morning, I always felt like it was the weirdest thing that I did. Is that I lived right next to my work, that's CB&I,
yes,
and I was 5 minutes away. I would get dressed, and I'd be in such a rush to sit there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there was no really
Reason-
minutes
right.
of urgency for
That's
me
right.
to actually be at that point in time. But it was still, whether it be 1% or 20% every morning of that cortisone, that stress
Yep.
hormone.
Yep.
It was there.
yeah.
Now, granted, I could put I need a little injection of that.
It's so,
sometimes,
yeah, but it's more like, but you have the same thing that I have,
I'm
I think,
missing.
which is that you have an internal, that's internal for you. Like, it will eat you up if
I
you're,
don't like having that looming
Ye-
for years. Like, it was just like, whoa, it's a nonsense stress.
Mhm.
Like a root
yeah.
problem. It's a
Yeah.
nonsense stress.
And I think you have a internal, like, it's almost like this engine, you know?
Right. And that was just kind of like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
we're really.
If you're not being productive and out there, like, making things happen.
And I'm like an outside dog.
Yeah.
That's the way I like
Dude,
to look
I-
at it, country
yeah.
boy style. Like,
Yeah.
I like a little inside, but I like outside too.
I
You
just
know?
can't imagine.
I'm just not
Yeah.
gonna be chilling in the crib all day.
Yeah. Well, look, dude. There's
Yeah.
there's the whole gap in our history that, like, I mean, dude, you were living a life that I didn't know anything about. You're in New Orleans. Probably have a whole bunch of friends. Dude, there's a whole entire
Right.
group of people out there that think my name is Doug.
That is crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's
If they saw me, they'd be like, "Doug, what's up?" And I mean, not only did they do they think my name is Doug, but like they have nicknames for me, like Thugless Douglas or Doug the Thug. Yeah, like just funny stuff, just working in plants and stuff.
Right,
you know?
right.
I didn't. The story behind that is I didn't have a Nomex,
Right.
and so I was broke. I was like 20, and I borrowed Mr. Doug Varnado. Gave me
No
one of his
way.
hand-me-downs from Exxon, but those patches, right? They're not just like
Yeah,
you can't
rip 'em off.
no. So I wore a patch. I had like 3 different ones. They all had the name Doug on them.
Wow.
Yeah, and for like the first 2 days, I was like, "Nah, I know my shirt says Doug,
Yeah.
and that's confusing.
Dude,
But my name
no.
is actually Jordan." Or it's Jordy, whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But then like no, it's just Doug.
It's
And then
Doug.
finally I quit correcting them and I started answering to it. Yeah.
Wow. How crazy is that?
Yeah, but I met a bunch of people. Like I know a bunch of people that
Think you're
they just
Doug?
think my name's Doug.
That is crazy that's your.
That's
to
a
be called
part-
something else midlife.
Like
Right.
totally has nothing to do with my name or related in any way.
What do you think about the name Doug? Like you think about names.
Honestly a name.
It's
You know,
like
it's
a
a,
medium.
yeah, but there is something about a name, man. Like names are important.
Right.
They are, dude. Like there's something about a name.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Especially in terms of like biblically thinking, like there's really a lot to like. My name is Jordan. You know, my brother's name is Peter, and those are biblical
Right.
names. You
Right.
know,
Mine
Benjamin is. I mean, dude, golly, I don't know where Benjamin goes back to. Remember Miss Fontenot? Miss Fontenot in first grade.
Louis Vincent?
Yes, she used to call you Benjamin.
A lot of teachers call me Benjamin.
I remember that, man.
Miss
I remember
Fontenot.
that. Miss Fontenot, she would call I think she was a 4th grade teacher, but she had short black hair and
Oh yeah,
glasses.
social studies?
Yes. Yeah, I think yeah. I don't know why I remember her calling you Benjamin,
A
but
lot of cats call me Benjamin, and I can't say that I don't like it.
yeah, dude, it's cool, man.
Like, okay.
There's something to that. Yeah, I know it's weird that you call
Like
me
Jordan.
You call me Jordy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
you couldn't call me Jordan, huh?
That'd be weird. I call you JT.
Yeah, JT. Yeah, I go by I have a lot of different things I go by.
Doug.
Apparently.
Doug.
Yeah.
Doug.
Yeah, on days I'd be on fire, you know, I was Doug the Thug. But then days I was slumming, you know, I was Douglas Doug. How
That's
ridiculous
crazy
is
to
that?
get in.
But so what I'm getting at is that there's these whole other lives that I've lived, and
True.
you too that I don't know anything about.
True.
But all that stuff that you went through made you what you are today and who
Right.
you are today.
Right.
And I know you now, and what
Right.
you become is something good.
Right.
And
me
I'm
too,
happy
man.
about that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Paths
dude,
were completely different.
I know it's crazy, and by all I don't know, like by all circumstances,
And it's
or
gonna happen
in all
more.
likelihood, like there's a whole lot of people from my past that I don't.
Probably could cross paths again like this too.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
you know,
Yeah, maybe. But for whatever reason,
Life's crazy.
we've been reconnected and have become really good friends and work together. And I am proud of you. I'll say that.
Right,
I'm proud
for sure.
of you, man. And
Very
I'm happy
much.
that I know you, and I'm glad that you are the person that you are, dude. And
You too,
you're a
man.
good dude, man.
I appreciate that.
You are, dude. That's real talk,
But I
man.
think good people become good because they try. But I mean, I'm not.
Dude, I know, man. I know. I know.
Yeah,
I know,
you
dude.
know it is.
It is,
But-
dude. So, with that, man,